Welcome to Social Work NLP. I am Shakia Houston. It is July 11, 2021. It's a great day to be alive and well. Yeah, it's a brand new day. It's Sunday. It's raining here in Chicago, but we're here. So yeah, we're here. We're here and we're live. Make sure that you share, like, subscribe if you're on YouTube. Let me know you're here. Send me a message. Send us a message letting us know that you're here. And yeah, so we have a special guest today. And by the name, Miss Robin, if you can just introduce yourself, it'd be greatly appreciated.
Okay, well, thanks again for having me. And my name is Robin Shirley. I am a certified school counselor and therapist in Columbia, South Carolina. I primarily work with girls. I'm the owner of Empowered Princesses Therapy for Girls. So, my mission in life is to help out those stressed out girls with their trauma, anxiety, just self esteem issues. So,
Yeah, absolutely. Thank you so much for, getting on a platform of Social Work Sunny T. Like I was like, oh, I inboxed you. I was like, okay, would you? And you said yes. You're in South Carolina. I have Kim folks in South Carolina.
yeah.
Yeah, we talked about that. I was like, yeah, I got people in Denmark, South Carolina. So if you're viewing, hey to everybody, hey Bo and them, they say Bo, hey Bo. So yeah, so thank you so much. And if you everybody, make sure that you like, subscribe, and follow and all that good stuff. So we're gonna dive into our topic today, uh, family secrets. And it's so important that we talk about this. What is your take? Well, let me read the definition of family secrets. Wikipedia has that. Family secret is a secret kept within the family. Most families have secrets, but the kind of the important varies. Family secrets can be shared by the whole family, by some family members, or kept by an individual member of the family. So what is your take on family secrets? What is your definition of family secrets?
Right. I think there are some secrets that go a little deeper than other secrets. Some family secrets require assistance immediately. Those things that are going to lead to trauma, depression, anxiety. And then there are other secrets that, quite frankly, creates those loyalty and those loyalty bonds. So I think it's just a matter of what type of secret it is.
Hmm. Okay. Okay. Just wanted to. What are some examples of family secrets? Because I know a whole bunch of them.
Oof, yeah.
Yeah, it's a taboo within the families, regardless if you're Black, Hispanic. It doesn't matter. Like everybody has family secrets.
Oh, yeah.
They just don't want it to ooze out. I had a good conversation with my friend yesterday, and we kind of like was expounding on like the different examples. Like you have family secrets where I'm going to give a few, and then you can give a few as well. People being molested, within the family, and they try to hide it, from another family member. Another one, people that are on uh, their they have a drug addiction, alcohol addiction, things like that, or they're, as far as they're or gay or lesbian, they want to keep everything a secret. They don't want people to know or be exposed or, yeah, they don't want to be put on blast or in the forefront. So you can give some examples of like some family secrets. Uh,
Yeah, and when you talk about that, my mind thinks about the shame that family secrets carry.
yeah,
So most times when people are keeping these family secrets within, it's either they're trying to protect someone else or protect their own vulnerability, trying to keep that judgment off.
yeah,
So, like you said, you have those individual family secrets, and I know working with girls, one family secret, well, one individual secret might be that teen girl who is talking to that older male, or she her sexual orientation and she's afraid to tell her family because she's afraid of the judgment, or she's afraid to tell her family that, you know, I am still seeing this older guy and I know my parents will not agree with it. Yeah. Or even those other secrets that as far as maybe it's a teen girl who just had an abortion and the mom knows about it because I can go to my mom, but please don't tell daddy about it because dad is going to be like, what is going on? And, you know, those kind of secrets, it creates strife and rifts within families because although you're being loyal to the person that's telling the secret by not revealing it, on the other end, you know, you have those other key people in the family. We're keeping secrets from each other to protect somebody else in the family. And it's creating that rift and that strife within us.
Yeah, absolutely. It can be stressful and it's trauma.
Oh yeah. Trauma. Oh
yeah. Another family secret. I got a little list of the type of family secrets. People don't know their biological parents.
Right. Right.
They don't know they like on Tyler Perry. They did a good example of it. How the mother was taking care of the brother as the brother, but the sister, it was the daughters.
Yeah.
And I think a lot of time in the older generation, I talked about that before with, you know, just talking and thinking. The older generation, you know, back then they didn't really talk about that. You know, having different family lives,
right?
Different, you know, kids,
right?
Because back then, when you had a baby, sometimes they took the baby down south. They sent the baby down south.
And, you know, and I used to hear old people say, what happens in this family stays in this family. So people knew not to open their mouth and say anything about what was going on because, you know, that was our family secret. That was their family secret. So it's quite interesting. And even when you talk about that, just imagine once that secret comes out, that trauma, that stress, or even just holding it in, like that's a lot for someone to have to carry.
Yeah.
That's a lot. And they're living day by day with this burden on them and they don't even know how to let it out because it becomes a ripple effect.
Yep. Yeah, absolutely. I think more so, I know in the Black community, like I heard stories of stuff like that. Like as far as like, oh, the older people, they be jumping down on you know, the younger generation, but they wasn't so as, you know, they wasn't the best either. Like if truth be told, you know, a lot of them, they had babies out of wedlock or somebody else's husband, and or you know, you had you had your family, your husband had kids outside of kids. And, you know, down in Mississippi and Alabama, you know, across the hill, across the mountain, you know, he got another family somewhere.
Right.
And so, you know, and it's just so many, it's so many stories, you know, even within my family or, you know, anybody else's family, like it's always going to be secrets. You don't know who the mother may not tell the child who their father is.
Right.
You know, that's, you know, and this is the older generation and people, they're dealing with that now. They don't know who they don't know their origin or where they come from, who they originated from. That's a lot of that's trauma.
A lot of them feel like they're hiding those, like they're keeping those secrets to protect the children. They feel like they're doing the best they can. You know, that's their version of showing love. That's their version of doing the best that they can do. But I also think that ties into some kind of trauma as well, because, you know, just for you to feel like that's the way to protect someone.
Yeah. And it's like you're hurting more than anything because we walking around here with grown people that are broken, you know, they have an identity crisis. They don't know, you know, the person that they say that's their parent is really not their parent. And so they struggle. This is where alcoholism, substance abuse, this is where all this play into, you know, of the struggle of the unknown. And
the struggle of the unknown. Yes. Depression. Depression, suicide rates are up. And if you really dig down deep within and you really listen to the stories, people are really going through mentally. They're fighting these battles of the unknown.
Yeah,
absolutely. Or fighting these battles of I kept this secret so long, there's absolutely no way I can open my mouth and tell anybody now.
Yeah, and then that angry with other people for no reason, and it's not even the person that done the damage to them.
Right.
They're everybody else. And then another thing, like I just say, like, you know, just say for instance, a person that was raped or molested, you know, be it, you know, girl or male, you know, they're keeping all this anger in, and it's like, okay, you know, I feel as though they, in their mind, they're still that little child again, you know, like, you know, having behaviors, having attention seeking, they
Yeah.
all over the place. And, you know, sometimes we have to home in on that, like, okay, what happened? And sometimes we have to like, okay, if you did know, or, you know, I know of someone that was molested by their uncle, right? And, you know, she went to tell her mother. One of my clients went to tell her mother, and her mother told her, be quiet. Don't you say nothing. It never happened. You know,
Yeah.
I
Right.
mean, the traumatic. And then,
Yeah.
you know, like I said before, then she became, she became promiscuous. Then she tried to find love in all the wrong places. But
Mm-hmm.
you better be quiet. So this is what the adverse childhood experience is, the trauma from childhood into adulthood. Now we have an adults that are broken. Like I said before, they're pretty much, they need some type of healing. You know, they need healing.
And
So
even with children, like I cannot tell you the amount of children that I've spoken to who they will come out and tell you, you know, you're starting to see all these behavior issues, and all of a sudden they're isolating themselves and they want nothing to do with the friends that they once had something to do with.
yeah,
You start seeing the girls cover up a little bit more, like they start
yeah,
putting those jackets on and don't want anyone to look at them in any type of way. And they'll let you know, my mom told me not to say anything, my dad told me to keep my mouth closed. And it's amazing when you actually sit back and you see that. And then as a clinician, you have to develop these safe spaces so that
yeah,
people feel comfortable enough to let out those pieces that they've been constantly told, keep it shut in.
yeah. Yeah, that's, man. It's rough. This is a a touchy and tough subject to talk about, but it has to be talked about, because, you know, it's too many secrets, too many people that are walking around here that's angry. You
Mm-hmm.
know, they don't want to, you know, in the Black community, we don't want to see a therapist. We don't want to go see and tell our business, because we've been conditioned to say, I can't tell you that.
Yeah.
Whatever goes on in our house, it stays in our house. Be
It's all
quiet.
good.
Yep, you fine. Oh, suck it up,
Mm-hmm.
toughen up. You know,
Mm-hmm.
okay, act like it never happened. Suppress those feelings, but it
Mm-hmm.
always show up in different things, in relationships, and, you know, friendships and things like that. Because you feel like as though someone's out to get you, or somebody that's out to harm you, or do some type of harm.
Yeah, that's so good. Like you said, it seeps through. It's gonna come through.
Oh,
It's gonna
absolutely,
come through. Like it's
absolutely.
never, even if they never open their mouth and actually verbalize exactly what happened to them, you're gonna see it in certain reactions and behaviors, even to the point of just not, you know, not being willing to, you know, be around family anymore because they start feeling that resentment
Right.
of, you know, if it wasn't for you, I would have been able to let this out. But you
Yeah.
all told me to keep it balled in. And years might go by and that person starts being resentful of their own family.
Yeah, absolutely. It just it's an ongoing thing, and like I said, we got a question, but Tania, I'm gonna get to your question. I'm just want to give some more examples of uh, the reason why family they keep secrets. Some of the examples: reasons for divorce,
Mm.
um, who's doing drugs, who had an affair, who's in the will, which relative is they're gay or lesbian, um, secret professions, secret relatives. Um, Let me see what else. Yeah, Um, yeah. Those are some of the examples that I had jotted down uh, for some of the reasons why people keep um, keep secrets. Families keep secret because they were, and also it's all about an image too with the families. It's all
Yes.
about image and reputation. You know,
Yeah.
I grew up in church and born and raised. It's just certain things that, I just don't and now that I'm older and I'm free now, like I really don't care. Like if you damn if you do, damn if you don't type thing. People gonna talk about you till the day you die. So it's like I'm just free from that. But back then it's like the image. It was all about even in church now, like, or, just in your family structure now, it's all about image because you don't want to proceed as this or be labeled as this. Don't embarrass the family. Don't shame the family. Oh, you got kids out of wedlock. And we talked about that in church hurt. How
Yeah.
people, they shame you. Even in front of the church, they'll tell you to apologize. Why am
Oh
I?
yeah. The pregnant girl has to go to the front and apologize. Yeah.
And sit on the front row. Like, who doing that? But y'all,
Yeah.
but the pastor or the deacon smashing the mother or the choir member. It don't make sense. It doesn't add up. And we talk about who's gay and who's not gay. Like, who cares?
Right.
Like, I'm just at that point. Like, I don't care. Y'all do what y'all do because I can't judge you. I don't have a heaven or hell to put you in. So it's like, why are we going through this? Why are we going through these motions, like to know or be in other people's business? And I think that a lot of stuff, just some things needs to be exposed. So I want to ask the question, are family secrets? Oh, wait, let me do this question. What about sicknesses or illnesses? Is it really a secret or is it a personal aspect and up to the individual to make it known or not? That's the question.
I believe that everyone has a right to their own privacy. And I believe it's like you said, everything isn't everyone's business. Yeah. So that's like if someone gets a diagnosis and they don't want too many people to know about it. So maybe they tell, a couple of family members, people that they know they can trust. I don't think that's unhealthy at all. That's just my opinion. I feel like people have a right to privacy. And it's not everyone's business what you're going through unless you want it to be.
Right.
So you have to make whatever makes you feel comfortable. You have to figure out how much of it can you carry on your own? How much of it can you, keep without feeling anxious or depressed or overwhelmed in any kind of way? But I do believe that everyone has a right to their privacy.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Good question, Tania. What are some of the, I guess, are some secrets, are some family secrets better left unknown? You think?
Ooh, it's getting hot, girl.
Do you think so? Because some stuff is like, okay, I get it, like be quiet. But some stuff is like, especially if it's being something that's being harmful to other people, and it keeps getting done to other individuals in the family, like molestation.
Right.
Like for example, like
physical abuse,
right? Physical, emotional, verbal abuse. And it's passed down, and you see a pattern of the same individual, or because if one person does it over the years, you're gonna do it too. So it's like you're gonna do it to the next, the next cousin or the next uncle or the next auntie to do that same thing. I don't know. Do you feel as though some needs to, it needs to be covered as far as not covered, but left unknown or unsaid?
I think that as soon as it becomes unhealthy, someone needs to know. You need to get assistance. You need to get help. And I say that because it's too many people walking around. It's too many young people, older people walking around saying, I don't want to. Yeah. I don't want to, say this, say that. And I feel like it needs to be known. If something is going to be unhealthy, if something is going to hurt you, you need to let someone know so that you can get the help that you need, because if not, it's just going to keep going, and it's just going to add all kinds of emotional stress, emotional trauma, emotional, issues within when you could have gotten help. So I think that those unhealthy secrets, you need to make sure that you're telling someone. Yeah. And And I say that because and I know I keep going back to children, but even with children, we're constantly having to let them know if something is happening to you, or if you're uncomfortable, or if someone is making you feel, some type of way, let someone know so that we can help you.
Yeah.
Because if not, you don't want to go through that, and you don't want to see anybody else go through that.
Absolutely. No, I mean, majority of the things it happens in childhood. I hate to say it. Like a lot of the geriatric population that I work as a social worker, a lot of the things it happened to them in childhood, and that's some of they have addictions. They try to cope with what has happened. And so, when I try to, talk to them, I'm like, wow, like, and these are 80-year-olds, 70-year-olds talking about the trauma
from childhood.
Yeah, of childhood. Yes, absolutely. And, these family secrets, that lady I was telling you about, like she told her mom, but her mama told her to be quiet. I just think, it's unfortunate, but.
Right. And imagine if her mom would have just listened with an empathetic ear and done something to help her, and like I said, a lot of the times that goes back to trying to protect other people and that image, like you said. And we have to be ready that when someone comes to us, we have to be ready to do whatever it takes to make sure that person is safe, make sure that person is okay. Because if not, we're going to have an individual who's completely burdened down and they don't know how to escape.
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. It's just someone said if the hurt hasn't been healed, it must be exposed.
Oh yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
That's good.
If the hurt hasn't. Oh yes. Yes.
Who is that? Yo, I can't see all it. Just say you don't know no picture. But okay, thank you. That was a good one.
That was a good one.
That was a really, really good. It does. It definitely does need to be exposed.
And don't wait too late to expose it.
Yeah.
Don't wait too late to expose it. Most times we know when something affects us, we know it immediately.
Yeah.
And sometimes it might take a little while, but we know it. We know when we don't get that warm fuzzy. We know when something doesn't sit right within us.
Yeah.
And we need to let it be known, because if not, it's just going to keep building up.
Right. Absolutely. Yeah. It's like a snowball effect. And then once something traumatic happens, and then other stuff start oozing out.
Ripple effect.
Oh, Auntie Lisa. Hey, yeah, your picture didn't show up, so that's why I was like, "Who is that?" But no, these are some of the things. Now I would ask this question. I know we got questions. I kind of like emailed it to you. How does family secrets affect the family? How does it?
Yeah.
I
believe it builds up that resentment. It builds up that strife, because just imagine a husband or a wife knowing something that the spouse doesn't know, and everything comes out. How do you think they're going to feel about each other? And although you might think you're protecting one party, but that causes even more issues. Then you have those stressed out and anxious people. Then these other emotional issues start coming in, like depression. Imagine you not being able to tell someone exactly what's going on. And then those suicidal thoughts start coming in. So I feel like it creates an entire negative effect when these secrets are held.
Yeah. I would say a lot of I guess it affects because a lot of the family members, they become isolated. I'm speaking off experience. Like they become isolated, they become withdrawal, they become angry. You don't know why they angry. Something happened 20 years ago, you still mad at it. And
it happens all the time. That's the thing. It happens all the time. When you can see a family member who has isolated themselves from the family. It's 15, 20 years down the line. But when you really look at the seed of it all, then you realize something happened that was never healed. Something happened.
Yeah, definitely. A lot of truth or secrets come out. I forgot because it's on my list. A lot of truth and secrets come out at funerals.
Oh yeah, that's
when mama them, grandma them, somebody died, you see all the people, then they get to talking. First of all, they get to drinking.
Oh yeah.
And they talking. They
Oh yeah.
talking and drinking. So you find more and more stuff about people in your family, like, oh, I didn't know such and such did this, or
And don't let the spades game come out.
listen. See, I'm just look off experience. A lot of things come out during funerals. You know, like you don't see each other. First of all, we don't, see each other a lot anyway. But let somebody die, here come all the family members. Oh, that's your cousin, such and such. And this is your cousin, such and such. Like in families, you thinking, this is your cousin, but it's your brother. Or, it's just too many. It's too many things that it's like you just kind of like it catch you by surprise. And it's like, okay, not knowing, or I guess not knowing and not knowing things. Like I said before, it could be it's kind of like a gift and a curse, because if you're not knowing, of what has happened or transpired, it kind of like, okay, it's healthy. All right, we ain't gotta, like, if I don't know nothing about you, or if I didn't know my cousin, they were prostitutes, or or they had a drug addiction, or this and that. If you don't know that, it's kind of like, okay. But then, like, when people start being malicious and family members, because they can be vicious towards each other.
Fire out.
Yeah, especially if they mad about something. Yeah, they start exposing everything. So it's like, I just feel as though, families, they need to heal. And some of these secrets, they have to be exposed. It has to be exposed, and it definitely you have to heal from. So what does healing look like for families? And you've been exposed to different secrets and that you didn't know about. How do we heal? How do we No, wait. I got another question, because I think I need to go back. Let me take it back. Okay. So look, about how we talk about how secrets, they're some things you don't know about the family, or the dynamics of you have family members that are lesbians or gay, right? So back in the day, you really didn't know. I didn't know about what is a lesbian or what is a gay. Who's gay? I didn't know, because it's out of sight, out of mind. Do you feel as though, like, now, because we're so exposed to everything and we're so out in the open, do you feel as though, like, the suicide rate or has increased, or like being exposed, like people putting labels? Like, do you feel as though back then everything is kept, don't say nothing, and versus now, like, because we're a generation where we're very transparent, we are very open, versus back then they was quiet, they was silent night. So do you feel as though the big difference between back then and now, like telling, as far as, like, I guess not the family business, but I guess individuals, as far as their personal lives, like, I think if you get what I'm saying.
I do. Okay. I think to a certain extent, because I think we still have some situations where it's, don't say that, don't know, that can't come up, especially those, like, extremely religious families. Yeah. So I think it's to a certain extent, and I think that's where our empathy and our compassion and just that listening ear and being that support for that person, I think that's where that comes in, because I feel that even now, we have to encourage our family to be who they are. And we have to encourage our family that regardless of anything, I'm here for you. I love you. I accept you. I support you, and just be that person that they know, even if this secret comes out, I'm able to express myself and I don't have to worry about my family turning their back on me. Because sometimes that isolation causes those suicidal thoughts. Sometimes we don't want to be isolated, but sometimes our family members might be isolating us, and that causes suicidal thoughts sometimes. That causes those thoughts of, I'm not good enough and why can't I be different? And we just have to encourage that conversation of letting people know that I love you for who you are, regardless of who you love.
Yeah. Yeah. I think, let people, like you said, let people be who you be, who they want to be, and not place judgment or, like that shame, like, oh, she not like the rest of them, like, like the rest of us, and,
And actually mean it.
Yeah.
And actually mean it. Don't just say it with your mouth, but actually, when I say that empathetic heart, put yourself in that situation. How would you feel if it were you having to tell this secret that you've been carrying because you've been afraid that people are going to turn their backs on you?
Absolutely. Yeah. It's tough. It
tough.
Is. But I think being more accepting of, individuality and like that. Like, I just love on everybody. I don't care who you are. You're purple, black, white, straight, like lesbian. I don't care. Like, it doesn't matter. Like, God is love. And that's my requirement, is to love them. My mom always like, hey, love everybody. Talk to everybody, from the newborns to the 100-year-olds.
Right. Treat everybody right.
Everybody right. Because I'm gonna be held accountable for that. So in the end, so I just think that it's just needed. And if we become, like accepting people for who they are, I think a lot of things wouldn't, be the way that they are today. Like, as far as being, isolated and, everybody going against each other, everybody want to go against the grain, things like that. So, so that leads me to the question. So how can we heal, knowing our family secrets, people are being exposed? How can we heal from that? How can the family heal?
Well, I think that it's important that we give each other time to heal. So if a big secret comes and rocks my world, don't expect me to jump back into regular Robin tomorrow.
Yeah.
It's not going to happen.
Yeah.
I need some time to process, and everybody processes differently. Everyone doesn't process the same way. So I feel like we have to understand that when those big secrets come out, we have to give each other time to process and time to heal on their own. And then we can come together and heal as a family, because it's no need for us to fake the funk.
Yeah.
There's no need for us to say, hey, it's all good, when it's really not all good. So give me that time to heal. Give me that time to process what has been said, especially if it's something traumatic, as far as I'm thinking Lucy's my mama, but really Jenna's my mama. Give me time to process all that, because I've been looking at Lucy my entire life, or I've been looking at Jenna my entire life as that's just my aunt, and it doesn't always happen that once those secrets come out, everything just comes back together. It takes time. So I think being open to just giving each other that time that we need to heal individually, and then we can heal as a family. Be open to therapy. Sometimes we need that family therapy. And I know it's a stigma that we're constantly trying to break in our community, but be open to that non-judgmental person being there to help guide you through what you're going through. Even if you do it on your own and with the family, be open to therapy. Be open to, building those relationships back up again once everyone feels that they're in the place that they can start building those relationships back up. Maybe it means once a month we get together as a family and we make a commitment that we won't keep these secrets from each other anymore. We make a commitment that, this is unhealthy and we don't want our family to be like this. So just giving each other that opportunity to grow.
Yeah, I definitely feel that that therapy part is the major key, and also being able to be accepting and apologize. And sometimes you may not get an apology. Some people, like, I got an apology and I didn't even know what it's a long story, Rob. We have to talk after this, but like. Yeah, like, and sometimes apologize to your family, or some of the behaviors that have been displayed. Like, some family members be acting, they be showing their whole entire ass. I hate to say it like that, but they be showing out, for no reason, and very vindictive and mean. But you try to, for me, I'd be like, well, why are you acting like that? Well, what's the problem? Like, but just try to, meet people where they are, right?
Yeah.
And I think that's an important thing.
Right. That's self-reflection. Like, I don't always get it right.
Yeah,
Sometimes, I do some stupid stuff. Sometimes I say some stupid stuff.
yeah,
And I have to be open to being humble enough to say, I am so sorry. That I'll never do that. Please forgive me. I'll
yeah,
never do that again. Just being open to that self-reflection piece, because sometimes it's easy for us to point the blame at everyone else.
yeah,
It's easy for us to say, you did this and you did that, without actually taking the time out to really reflect and see what we did wrong.
yeah,
And sometimes we get it wrong.
yeah. Absolutely, we do. And like we like the apology, and let, like, okay, being a bigger person, like I can't stand that,
It's
because
hard
but
sometimes.
it's hard. You try to, and a lot of people stubborn in their ways. They don't want to act right. They don't want to do right. It's hard. Like I have to take a step back. Like, it's hard. When you try to talk, and some family members just not going. They ain't gonna ride with you. They don't care. And you got to be okay with that too.
Those
Meeting.
different personalities, right?
Yeah. Like, I got a uncle. Like, I don't talk to at all. Like, I try to dive into that, and I'm speaking transparent and honest. And I tried, and over again, to reach out to him. Hey, how you doing? It's silent night. Like, oh, okay, well, like, I'm just like, well, forget it then. Why do I keep you know beating a dead horse? You know what I mean? When he don't want to be bothered, you know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? And a lot of stuff, and I don't even know the reason why he doesn't talk. But I really don't. I said what I said, but I really don't know the reason why. So I'll just leave him where he at. So, like, when he come around, I'll be like, I don't like, I don't know. You have the title, but you don't have the relationship.
Right.
And I'm okay with that, and I accept it, and I can I can understand that. Like, okay, so don't ask to come to a wedding. I don't even know you. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? I know of you, but I
Yeah.
don't even know you like that. So don't ask, or don't try to make it seem like, oh, I'm oh, you singling me out, but you've been singled out for years.
Mm-hmm.
You want to be that way, so it's like, I believe you where you at, and I love
Right.
you that way because of who you are. But I don't have no relation, to you, a connection. All I have a connection is that you're my uncle, and that's it. And
Yeah.
if people get mad at that, hey, I don't really care. Like, I'm just at that point where I tried and tried and tried and tried, and nothing. So it's like, it's not me, and I had to do a reflection, and when he stopped talking to us, we were kids. So it's like a lot of ongoing family issues or family traumas or whatever, but they ain't got nothing to do with me. So I did my part, my due diligence, and that's it. That's all. So, well, my family, they on here anyway, but I said what I said. So it's my
Yeah.
show.
I,
Yeah. So,
I think it's important for us, like you said, to keep that ourselves at the forefront.
yeah.
That
Absolutely.
conscious, making sure our conscience is clear, and knowing that we did our part,
Yeah,
and
absolutely.
knowing that we did the best that we could do.
Yeah.
And I feel that it's not always going to work out favorably.
Yeah.
Sometimes you can just keep reaching out, and someone else doesn't want to be bothered.
Yeah.
And there's absolutely nothing we can do about that.
Absolutely.
But I feel that we have to keep at the forefront that my conscience is clear. Like you said, my conscience is clear. I've done the best I could do. I know I'm not, trying to isolate anyone or make anyone feel any type of way. So as long as I'm clear on that, I can't do anything with anything else.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, that's where I'm at.
Yes.
My family gonna be calling me like, hey, I said what I said. I'm just real deal Holyfield. Like, I'm just at a place I'm at peace. And I'm like, I don't feel like as though, why should I have to hold it in or compromise myself or bargain my comfort, for somebody else to feel comfortable. And I'm not comfortable. Like, no, like, it is what it is, and the other family members have to accept that too. Don't be trying to like keep going. Like, leave people where they at. You know what I'm saying? Leave them where they at.
In life general.
Yeah, that's another subject, but
yeah,
I have to get that out there because they can be families, they secrets, and then they got secrets, and you don't know nothing about, and then they coming at the at the other family members, and as if we know what's going on. So
we're like, what is going on? Yeah.
So but it's all good, and if anybody have any questions, oh yeah, God can only heal the truth. You're good, sweetheart. Thank you. That's probably my auntie. Okay, it's okay. Let people be that need you before you need them. So yeah, it's all good. Yeah. So I just feel as though that was this needed. It was for the people, it's for the culture. But definitely, this was a topic that needs to be discussed, within the realm of Social Work Sunday Tea. They need to hear what we had to say, and I want to say thank you for being on the Social Work Sunday Tea. And if anybody got questions, how can we find you? That's like, how can we find you? Yeah, let everybody know your information so we can find you, and we can, get everybody can get to know you and follow you and that good stuff.
You can find me on Instagram at Counselor Robin, Robin. I know everybody always asks, is it a Y or an I? So Robin, and you can find me at empoweredprincessestherapy.com.
Okay, cool. And you're on Instagram, right? Instagram. Yes. Are you on Facebook as well?
Not yet.
Okay.
Not yet.
Okay. We it's coming.
I'm coming.
Thank you so much. They were saying a great subject. You both were good. Great topic. Yeah.
Thank you. I really enjoyed it. Thank you for having me.
No problem. Look, we're cousins now, and I got cousins down in Denmark. I mean, yeah, I'm coming down there. So yeah. So
you gotta call me, girl. We go out to eat. We'll go out to eat.
Yeah. I was there in 2019. Was it 8? No, 19. Yeah, it was 19. We was down in Denmark. Like I didn't know I had all them cousins. They was like, hey, cousins from Chicago. I was like, oh, hey, hi. So yeah, but definitely we gotta connect, and we cousins now, and all that good stuff. So I really want to say thank you so much from the bottom of my heart. Real quick, I just want to do my do announcements real quick. Next Sunday, we are doing postpartum depression. That's the subject for our ladies that have babies that experience postpartum depression. Hey, get on next week. Also, prom. So I'm hosting an adult prom and fundraiser for a Social Work Sunday Tea. It's for nonprofit organizations here in Chicago. I need everybody to get a ticket. Like, get the tickets. They selling, but I need people to get some more tickets. So click on the link, on my pages. I'm posting every day. So you can't say that I'm not posting. Robbie, you see me posting.
I know. I was like, hey, I wish I could come.
Listen, come on, cousin. Come on to Chicago for this prom. But it's going to be amazing. I want everybody to, if you can't make it, if you can donate to Social Work Sunday Tea, Cash Apps, $ Social Work Sunday Tea, Venmo, Social Work Sunday Tea, all that good stuff. So, so we can be able to bless these nonprofit organizations to keep going for the betterment of the community. It's for the people, it's for the culture, all that good stuff. So I just want everybody to get in tune. Make sure you get some tickets. Make sure you subscribe, make sure you follow Robin, all that good stuff. So until next time, I love you guys, and you guys have a great and productive day. All right. Bye.